guys all get a chance to tune your violin? Yeah? Okay, let me check a couple people's. Omar, can I hear your A? Okay. And then can I hear your D? Great. Can I hear your G? Okay. And E? Again? Again? Good, that sounds good. Okay, so Nilang, you're next. Let me hear your A. You gotta unmute yourself, please. Oh, I did it. Wait, did I do it? Okay. Let me hear your A.
A.
Okay, make that higher, so sound like this.
What do I twist to make it higher?
So you're gonna go to you're gonna go to the fine tuner, right? Next, connected to the A string.
Clockwise or counterclockwise?
So towards the E or clockwise. Little higher, you're almost there. A little higher. A, and then Electra, let me hear your A as well.
So my A and my E are good, but
Okay.
my G and my D are completely off. But they're a perfect F and C. But
Okay. All right, well, cool. We'll do that. It's like Nilang A. Okay, good. Nilang D. Okay, so that's too high. Make it lower. And then Electra, let me hear your D. Okay, so you're gonna have to grab the peg, connect it to D.
Oh, wait, lower.
Right, go up, like away from you a little bit, tiny bit, and in as well. Tiny bit. And then Nilang, let me hear your D. It's close, but a little lower. So turn the fine tuner counterclockwise just a bit. And then Electra, let me hear the D. Well, when you're ready, let me hear the D. And Nilang, a little lower. A little lower. Counterclockwise. Electra, you ready? Let me hear. Oh, that's really low, so you're gonna make it higher. I think it got really loose. I think it unwound. That's pretty good, Nilang. Okay, Nilang, G.
G.
Yeah. So you need to go much higher. Grab the peg, connect it to G, and push it in as you go, and just up the tiniest amount.
So twist it away from me.
Correct, but just a tiny amount, the tiniest possible amount it can go. And then Electra, when you're ready, let me hear D again. A little higher, Nilang.
Where?
Let me hear that D, Electra. Nilang, a little lower. Again. Again. That's D? You use that peg and get it down quick, because that's way too high.
Lower.
away from me or towards
No, back. Because you're super high right now, so you want it to sound like this. You have your tuner handy? So away is higher. Lower is to loosen the string, right? You're gonna let it in,
So I need to
pulling the top back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's closer, but lower. Lower. A little lower still, with the peg though, because you need a lot to go, technically. Lower with the peg, a little bit. Use the peg though, the big one. The top. Yeah, just a bit. Good, you got it! Alright, let me hear G. Okay, so go higher with the peg. Nilang, let me hear your G. Okay, with the fine tuner, go down a little bit.
Down.
Down. So
Flat
counterclockwise.
counterclockwise.
Lefty loosey, yeah. And then Akua, are you in tune?
I think so.
Okay. If you think so, I'd take your word for it. It's fine.
Do you want to hear?
Electra, let me hear your G.
Higher, go away.
Wait, you didn't move it yet?
Higher, go away from me.
Yeah, because you're making the string tighter, so therefore it's gonna go higher. Yeah. Seemed like it loosened, so make sure that you go into the middle of the peg box as well to make it stick. Oh, that's too high. Come down, and then make sure it sticks by pushing it in as well. Let me hear. I don't hear it. That's pretty close. Again. Yeah, just use the fine tuner and go a little lower.
And that's counter.
Yeah, left. Lefty, lower. Little lower. Counterclockwise. Lower. 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 You might be going higher. You're going counterclockwise?
Yeah.
Like away from the D string?
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty close, yeah. Kneeling, did we get your G? We got it, right?
I don't know. Let's see.
It's a little sharp. Make it lower. And then let's check out your E's. I do recommend try to tune. Well, I guess Electra had some trouble before class, but you know, get it as close as you can before class. Okay, and then let me check your E's. So kneeling E.
Want me to pluck or play?
I don't care. Okay, go higher on E. Electra, unmute yourself and give me E. Higher, much higher. You might try the fine tuner. Go as high as you can on that. Kneeling E. Higher.
All right.
Electra, let me hear. Oh, you're still going. Let me hear that E. Kneeling much higher. But you try it with the fine tuner first.
Me?
Yeah. Both of you.
I don't know how much
Oh, okay.
more.
So then, if you're gonna use the peg, what you want to do is loosen it about halfway, so you can go either way once you're done with the peg. Peg. Sorry, I don't know what accent that was. And then you're gonna go a little higher, tiniest amount. In fact, you might need to go a little lower and then scoop in to get it a little higher. Electra, let me hear that E. Higher. Sorry, just do it again. Say something.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, and then do it. Okay, go higher on E.
Okay.
If the fine tuner goes more, do more on that. Okay, higher on E. Higher. Okay, actually, I'm gonna keep. I need another minute with Kneeling and Electra. Everybody else, I want you to start warming up a little bit. So let's just start it on number 1, and then I'm gonna keep listening to them. Okay. So Electra, let me hear that E. Say something and then play it.
Okay, sorry. My thing says it's okay.
Oh, no. Your thing probably says E flat.
Oh, okay.
It's
Go
got a
higher.
little B looking thing next to it. So you have to go up more. Yeah. That's the thing about using an electric tuner is it can give you a reading from a letter you don't know. Again? Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, go. E. Speak first.
Okay. Here goes E.
Okay, much higher. You're still like on E flat. Kneeling, let me hear your E. You gotta go a lot. You gotta go higher. It's too low. You're E flat as well. Was that you, Electra? So you're in between E flat and E, so higher still.
Alright, here goes.
Higher. You're both at the same point. Both go higher. A little higher because you want E. Both higher. Electric getting higher.
Use flag.
Yeah, but first do the fine tuner to go in the middle. And then,
What the hell happened there? Oh, it's doing that thing again.
sorry guys, sorry. Okay.
See, my fine tuner has reached its maximum.
Oh, that's good. That's great. You got it. Yay. Okay. Neely, let me hear that E when you're ready. Then
It came loose.
what?
It came loose.
Oh, got it. Okay, so work on that. And everyone else, we're going to start. So, hello and welcome. Thank you for bearing with me there on the tuning. We do have some of those little challenges that we talked about because, you know, we have to deal with these things while we're online. So, okay, so we're going to start off just a little reminder of dotted half notes. I'm going to give you the quick version. Dotted half notes are 3 beats long, okay? If you want to know why, you can read up on this. I have the PDF in the week 1 lesson. I might have even put it, I think I put it in this as well. Okay, so let's do number 2. I'll have the metronome going. And I honestly, I only want to do the first line. I just want you to kind of get in the feel of a 3-beat note again. And then just keep in mind that on the quarter note, which is of course that second note, that has to be a quick bow. So it'll look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, right? So you're gonna have to, whatever amount of bow you use on the dotted half note, maybe I use like this much, you have to quickly use it all back up within 1 beat, okay? Let's try the first measure only together. I'll count to 4. 1.
Antoinette,
Yeah.
just one quick question. Are you able to put it so that the so that we don't see the gallery, so that we just see the music?
Why is that making the music too small?
It just makes it smaller. If you make it so that you take out the gallery view on us, then we'll.
Well, I actually kind of wanted it in there because
Oh, okay.
it, I can make it smaller though.
And that's whatever it is, whatever works for you. Just because we see ourselves already, I think.
Do you know? Because like I thought it didn't.
No, because if we're in gallery view, we see everybody and the music.
I mean that's good,
It's
but
everybody, and we see everybody again, and we see the music.
yeah. Well, I guess what I'm really going for is a really pleasant recording, honestly.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But how is the size now?
No, it's fine. Whatever's.
Okay, I just need to know what size, and then I can. Yeah, good. Okay, cool. All right, so let's try the first measure together. There we go. Ready? I'm gonna count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. That looked good. Okay. Now let's do the whole first line of number 2. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. G again. 2, 3, 4. G. 2, 3, 4. 1. Nice light bulb. 1, 2, 3, 4. A. 2. Now is E in the second. E. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, very nice. Okay, and then let's do number 3. Okay, just get my little annotation on. Okay. so we're gonna do number 3, and this is in 3/4, right? That means 3 quarter notes per measure. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, etc. The pulse is on the 1 of 1, 2, 3. Okay. Here we go on number 3, and the numbers are here. This is on the D string, of course. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good, let's do it one more time. Number 3. Ready? Only I'm gonna count off with 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Good, that looked a lot better, looking at all your bows moving at the same time. Okay, so now we're gonna do number 4, which is the same notes, but now you have them as dotted half notes. Okay? Number 4. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay, so that's it on that one. You guys look really good on that. Let's go to a little review of lesson 8. Not all of it. Just a reminder, this is a slur, right? That means bow goes in the same direction, as opposed to everything up until learning this, it was always opposite direction, right? And that's true, you know, after you're done with the slur, of course, the next thing you do is in the opposite direction. So we're going to roll down here to number 10. And this is a D major scale, but with 2 rests in between the slurs. So let me just warm everybody up here. So you're going to do D, E on a slur. So everyone do that with me. Ready? Just that first measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, again. Down, down, without stopping in between. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, E. Good, and then go, come back to the tip, and let's do the second measure together. So that's F sharp G. So this, since it'll be an up bow, we're gonna be near the tip of the bow. Yeah, good. Okay, ready, second measure. Ready, go. F sharp G. Okay, let's do it again, or 2, 3. Second measure, come back to the tip. Good, here we go. Ready, go. 2. Okay, one more time. Second measure, up bow. Second finger. Trying to get a good angle here. Okay, ready, go. Cool, okay, let's try the first 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, rest. Good. Let's keep going. You guys are doing good. Third measure. Ready, go. A, B, rest, rest. C, D, rest, rest. Next is B, A. 1, 0. Over to the D string. 3, 2, rest, rest. Okay, good. So I'm gonna pick on someone. That someone is Millie. Okay, so wait, unmute yourself and tell me what.
Hi, I lost just the notes in the middle, just the placement.
Okay.
So like the third measure and the fourth measure. I'm not sure what those notes are.
Okay, good. So we got D, E, F sharp, G. You good on that? And then
Okay,
this is.
I'm sorry. I thought we were playing 11.
Oh yeah, no, we're on 10.
Okay.
Now they are the same notes, but the measures are different.
Okay. But so then where it says 0, it is A.
That one is an A, yeah, in the third measure.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you can't only rely on the numbers.
Right. So it's basically playing. It's the major scale. Okay. Got it.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna give you. You have a metronome?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a beat. I'm gonna tell you a number. Okay, so set it to 54 beats per minute.
Okay.
And then when you're ready, start the metronome, and then you're gonna count off, and then everyone's gonna play it with you. Great.
One, two, three.
Excellent. And it really helps me to see where you guys are at and how hard this is. So thank you. Okay, so Omar, unmute yourself. Seems I only have very little control over the muting. So I think there's like a prompt. If I click unmute, or maybe you get it. So I'm gonna click this. Okay, there we go. That worked. Okay. So, have you ever done a slur before?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. And do you have some kind of metronome near handy?
I have one on the phone, but I never used it actually, so this is the first time.
Okay. Well, then I want you to not use a metronome because I don't want you to have to figure it out now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
try to keep it slow, like about as slow as it was, or maybe a little slower. And then I want you to count off to 4 so that everyone else can play it with you, but it also gives me a chance to hear what's happening on your end.
So which one are we doing? 10 again?
10, yeah, same one.
Okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
That was pretty good. You got all the notes, you got all the slurs. I mean, it got a little rushed on the rest, but otherwise it was good. Okay, cool. Let's do number 11. Okay, because this is just a refresher, right? Okay, so number 11 is only a single rest in between the slur. So that might throw you off, but you'll get used to it pretty soon. And Michael, I imagine this is really easy for you. So again, if you want to shift into another position, I would recommend doing that. Were you gonna say something?
I was gonna say it's actually.
Oh, sorry. I meant to help you out, but it didn't work. Okay.
I was gonna say it's just good practice for the intonation. I don't mind doing it in.
Okay, good. All right. Awesome. So I'm gonna keep it at the same speed, which is 54, and we're gonna do 11. Okay, just one beat in between. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. F sharp. little faster. From the top, number 11. Same one, faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. Rest. Sorry. Good. It was Electra. It was the same one. What happened? Tell me. Unmute yourself.
I'm referring to the print. I had the printouts of the lessons, and I guess they're different.
They are.
That's why.
You know why? Because I messed up on the first one. So I had, because it kept this other pattern that I didn't mean to have. Can you not see it on the screen though? Is it not big enough?
I need numbers.
You know what? If I go like this, will that help? You can just use that and do one rest in between. I was thinking that in the middle, someone might need that. Yeah. Okay. So let's go a bit faster. Here we go. Same one though. Number 11. One rest in between. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. 3, 2, 1, 0. B string. Good. Now I want to have someone lead that because we're gonna get faster at that. Let's do Casey. Okay, good. I muted. That was perfect. So I had that at 66. So try it at 66.
Okay. Number 11?
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Very good. Now let's have.
Just, all right.
Okay. Sorry, somehow I got muted. Do you have a metronome?
I put one on my phone. I gotta
Yeah.
find
So
it.
make sure that, just as an announcement for everybody, make sure that you have one ready so that we can pass the hot potato to the next player. Okay. In the meantime, Nilang, it's you. Grab your metronome, unmute yourself. Thank you, and set it to 66. Count off, and number 11 again.
All right, 60.
66, yeah.
All right. All right, number 11.
Correct.
All right, here we go. And 3, 2, 1.
Good. It was a little rushed, but otherwise the execution was good. Okay, are you ready?
What am I putting this at?
66.
All right.
And then can you just remove your mute just for these 8 bars? Nobody's gonna get mad at you. Your neighbors.
Oh, you don't know my complex.
So then, you know what? Just play it a little more quietly. Use less bow to do that. Maybe it's good to learn how to play a little more quietly.
All right.
Is the metronome going?
1, 2, 3, go.
Good. I didn't hear your metronome. Was it going?
It is.
Oh, I don't hear it.
I don't know if I was playing quite right with it, but it is going.
It sounded very regular, so it seemed like it would have been on the beat. Okay, that's great. Thank you. Let's go on to number 12. I don't have numbers, so Electra, is that cool? Is that good? Can everyone see number 12? Okay, these numbers are gonna go away soon, so you gotta memorize these numbers, okay? They're not changing, they're the same. All right. I'm gonna beat. Number 12, there's a whole rest in the middle, right? So that means we're just gonna rest for one whole measure in the middle. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Good. And one more time from the top. Number 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4. Yeah, I know it's a little tricky on the way down, right? Getting to that G is a little hard. Actually, let's go from this measure number 4. From the D. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 on D. Again, 2 from the end. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 0. 3 on D. Good. Okay, Electra. God, what's happening? Unmute yourself.
Muting me, I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, I'm having a little trouble following, but
It's okay. Can you play it for me? Don't worry about a metronome or anything. I just want to hear. I want to hear what's going on. Or play this, and then take out the rest.
say what? Sorry.
See where the red dot is? Play this D.
Okay.
So start from here, and then just don't even play the rest. Good. Good. Oh, your bow's still on. Wait, let me hear your D string. Okay, your finger or your bow is on the D string. It was on the A string still.
No.
So, go 2 from the end, and let me hear 3 on D. That's it. Yeah. Now play the last 2 bars. Perfect. Okay, now take it from the high D again. So that you played this, you just played that. It's the same thing. If you want to look here, I would recommend that. So try it from here. This. It was okay. The bow was just on D a little. Good, you did it. Awesome. Okay, so now let's move on to 13. It's the same thing. It's just that we don't have any rest in between. Here we go, 13. Same speed and everything. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. A. D string. Good. And raise your hand if you got that. Actually, give me a thumbs up if you got it. I guess you're holding your bow. Okay, it doesn't really work very well. All right, that's true. Raise your bow if you got it. Not so much? Okay, let's do it again. 13 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, you guys look really good. Even though it's tempting to go faster now, I think we should do it again at the same speed. 1, 2, same thing, number 13, and... Good, I'm gonna push you a little bit. And we're doing it again, but faster. 13. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. I'm not doing this so that you memorize the D major scale. I'm doing this so that we can go to the next one and put more notes on a bow. So in order to do that, we have to be using the fingers faster. So it's 13 again. It's faster. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, a little faster. 13 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. Faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Now we're going to go to 14. I'm going to keep the tempo the same. Tempo is the speed. And now we're going to put 4 to a bow. This is actually a little bit easier because it's an entire measure. Less to think about bowing wise. So here we go on 14. Same fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. That looked really good. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, looking good, guys. Faster. 14. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you're keeping up. triumph. That means I'm gonna push you even more. Same one, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. Now, what's 132 divided by 2? Oh my god. Why did I pick a hard one? I read lips. Neela, you have an answer.
66.
Thank you. Okay, so same speed, but we're doing number 15. So it's gonna sound the same, okay? And I'll play it for you. And we have 8 notes to a bow. So it's actually the entire, what's called the octave, 8 notes. So it's gonna sound like this. Your fingers are moving at the exact same speed. You can do this. Number 15. Ready, go. Cool. Again. 15. 3 and 4 and. Good. Last time. 3 and 4 and. Good job, guys. Okay. So we ended off at 66 beats per minute there on 15. And I'm going to try to push you a little bit faster every week because in order to play fast, you have to practice playing fast. That's a really dumb statement. But basically, scales help you to play faster because, first of all, they're every note. And second of all, when you play a tune, it's based around a scale. The word for that is a key. And so this scales happen in songs all the time. You go up, you go down. So if you can use every finger quickly, obviously you can use not every finger quickly as well. Okay, so let's remember that we got through 15 there at 66 beats per minute. And now I'm going to take you on to the next thing. So I have this new lesson for you. This is my first time teaching it because I just made it, especially for you, based on what you already know. So hopefully you like it. We got a lot going on in this lesson. I don't think you'll get bored. Well, maybe Michael, but that's you know all this stuff, I think. Though we never formally went over it. Okay, so first thing we're going to talk about the 4th finger. That's the pinky. So as of yet, I have not asked you to use the 4th finger. Why? Because I'm a nice person, and the pinky is hard. But the time has come to finally familiarize yourself with the pinky. Now, you should have tape on your violin, right? You should have it. I don't have any tape on my violin, but first finger falls on the first tape, second on the second tape, third on the third tape, and fourth on the 4th tape. If you don't have, like, Omar, do you have 4 tapes? Or like, do you have, all right, let me unmute yourself, or unmute yourself and tell me the deal.
Am I unmuted? Yeah, I'm.
You're good, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't have tape.
You don't have anything?
Sorry?
You don't have any tapes or stickers or anything?
No.
All right, well, you're doing really good without them. But I'll say this. The distance between where's a good angle? Between 1 and 2, I don't know why I can't do this. The distance between 1 and 2 is about the distance between 3 and 4.
Okay.
Because that's a whole step, and that's a half step, and that's a whole step. Okay, and you know you got it because it matches the sound of the open D string, assuming, of course, that your violin's in tune. Okay, so we're also going to learn the notes on the G string. We did play one the other day, I think, but yeah. Okay, so let's go over the notes on G. Can you guys all see it okay? Great. Let's do the first measure. You know this one. It's open G. So G, G. Hear that? And then first finger on the tape is called A. Second finger on the tape is called B. Third third finger right next to that is called C. And here's your new fourth finger, which should be on your fourth tape. And if you don't have tape, it's the same distance, like I said earlier. So that's D. Okay, and then it goes down to C. And then it goes down to B. Then it goes down to A. And then finally open G. Okay, let's do that together. Now, if you verbally say the letter, it will stick in your head a lot faster than if you don't. So I really recommend saying it like a crazy person, just saying it out loud as you play it, like I just did. Okay? G, G, A. I mean, you don't have to say it twice. I'll give you that. You could say G. Actually, this is a little slow. Okay, from the top, number 23. 1, 2, 3, 4. G. Yes. Yes. A. B. C. Fourth finger. D. C. B. A. G. Very good. I just want to point out something because I want to help you as much as possible on G. Some people, they feel like they have a hard time getting the notes on the G string, but it's just because, I think because, we're adults, we're feeling impatient, we want to know it right away. But remember how long it took you to get the notes on the D, the first string you did, the D string, right? So you gotta get used to them. You gotta see them in a bunch of different scenarios. So, but I just want to point something out to help you. So, the same rule applies that happened on the other strings, which is that when the note head, which is the circular part, when the note head is on a space, it's always the even finger number, 0, 2, or 4. And whenever the note is on a line, it's always an odd finger number, 1 or 3. That still applies. So that's something that might be able to help you in distinguishing the notes. These little guys, these little lines, they're called ledger lines, and it just extends the staff. So this is on the space, this is on the line, it's the same spacing in between. So, I mean, you might confuse like A and C for a little while, but once you notice there are 2 ledger lines, then you can kind of distinguish why A is different than C, and why G, which is 2 entire spaces down, is different than B, which only has the 1 ledger line on it. But what I did is I put together a bunch of things on the G string, just so you can start really getting used to not the language of the G string, but seeing it a lot. Okay, so maybe let's do that one a little bit faster, actually. Okay, here we go. I'm not going to say them this time. If you want to, you can. 23. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you guys cool on that? Good. So let's learn something new. You see this dot on the bottom of the note? Underneath the note, it's got a dot. That means something in all of music. And what that is called is staccato. Unless you're Italian, then you probably say staccato. But, I'm very Americanized, so I just say staccato. Like a slurry, lazy American. Staccato. Okay? So, if the note head, by the way, if it's reversed, the note the staccato dot follows the note head, so it would be on top. If you ever see that, I don't think I have that at all, actually. Okay. Notice that, by the way, it's different than the dotted half note where the dot is to the right. It's small distinguish. It's a small thing, but it means something very different. Okay? So, anyway, staccato means it's short. So in violin, that translates to a short bow. So whereas I would have played 23 like this, with a long bow and no space in between the notes. This is 23. I would play 24 like this. Short bow. Okay, but don't rush them. Right? Wait for that next beat to come. It's tempting to start like the second note earlier because you're done with the first one. But that's not the idea. The idea is it's supposed to sound short and also still on time. Even in like a professional orchestra, I mean, I don't know how pro, but even in an orchestra, they have things that are fast and they're staccato. It's so tempting to rush because you're like, oh, done with that note. But no, you must wait. Okay, so let's do 24 and then I'll have a listen to someone. 24. Ready? Staccato. 1, 2, 3, 4. Short, short. Good. Next is C. D. Takes longer, doesn't it? It certainly feels like it does. Cool. Yay, Gabby got in. Okay. Let's try that faster because they're staccato, so we totally can. 24 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. If you're behind, which you're not, you can always do a shorter bow. You can experiment. How short do you like it? You could go like, technically. Okay. There's no exact rule on exactly how short to make it. Okay, let's talk about 25. I'll leave this. Okay. So now we have a staccato and we have a slur, which maybe not surprisingly is called a slurred staccato. So what that means is that the bow goes on the first measure down, down, and it's also sound staccato. So the note that you play ends abruptly. It's not a long bow. So I'll put the metronome back on so you can hear. It would sound like this. Okay, I'll make it a hair slower because you got to think about it. So let's do number 25. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, rest. Good. Good. I forgot to listen in on the last one, but you guys looked good. I can tell. This is nice because I can tell if you're doing it. I can just look at your bow. Okay, so 26 is pretty much the same thing, just there are no rests. Okay, so let me pick a beat. I'm gonna take it down so it's not so fast. So, dun, 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 dun. Okay, 26. 1, 2, 3, 4. It has a repeat. I don't know if you guys noticed that. So what happened there was it says, that's a repeat symbol. So it says go back to the beginning and do it again, and then you would do that ending. That's how that goes. So tell you what, let's do it again. And make sure that after that A, you go back to G, G, A, okay? And then when you're done with that A, the second time, you go on to finish it, which is G, 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 okay? And I'll make it a little faster while I'm at it. Okay, here we go, 26, first time through, so fresh from the top, 26, 1, 2, 3, 4. Killing it. Nice job. Okay, now from this point on, they're not the same pattern of notes anymore, but I'm really glad you guys like did really good. I'm glad that we used the same notes to go through all those things. I think that really helped. So from this point on, it's just more things on the G string, but since we don't really have a minute, but anyone that's feeling adventurous, try 27 with me. And if you don't get it, you can always watch this video because it'll be posted and then you can play along with it. Okay, and this has a pattern to it, so it's not a trick. There's no trick notes in here. It's 27. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get it. I normally would spend a little more time on that, but I figured whoever was willing to try. So just to tell you, there's no 4 on this or 0 because I'm leaving it up to you. I'm not going to force you into a 4 there. It's your choice. So whenever you don't see 1, it means player's choice. Okay. So let me just get you off there so I can listen to you. Let me let someone in. Oh, let me get off mute first. Where is the, there we go. Unmute all. Does nothing. Okay. So, okay, so how was that? Anything you guys want to say?
I feel like we covered a lot. Like that was really good and like a lot of practice, like going kind of faster. It was really good.
Great. Wait, sorry, say it again. So you said it was a lot, and then what did you say about it faster?
Yeah, no, I think we covered a lot, and going fast, like starting slow and going faster was really useful because then we had time to like kind of understand the notes and our bowing, and like using D major scale was really helpful.
Great. Good. I'm glad. Cool. Any other feedback, comments, or questions before we go? Okay, you sure?
No, I liked it. Just comments. I mean, it was a lot of learning today, but it was good.
Awesome. You said it was amazing. Was that what you said? Did I hear you right?
Very much that.
Oh, nothing. I think you said something positive. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay. Let me let some people in. I don't know why, but my links, I must be messing up on how I'm, Okay, but Gabby, I'm really glad you got in. Is she still here? Okay. And then, so you guys are welcome to stay for the next thing. It's definitely harder than this, so you definitely want to be up for a challenge, or if you found this easy, then I would say feel free to stay for the next class. It's going to be every single note, so a lot of new notes, you know. Okay. Cool. All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming. Great to see you. Have fun practicing this week. And I will have the practice videos up soon, so I'll probably have them up before the next class. I mean, I should be able to get them up. I've been playing catch up on all the 3 classes, so check back in there and you may be pleasantly surprised to see some helpful things. But the class will definitely be posted. All right, cool. See you later. Bye. Okay, 1 second. Dying of thirst. Okay. Okay. 307. I don't know how to let it worked for the person I copied that message to. If Catherine got in, Catherine, you got in based on my text, right?
I actually got in the invite. I clicked on, there was a link that just said Zoom, and then there was the actual meeting link, and the meeting link did not work, but when I clicked on Zoom, it was fine.
Okay, click on Zoom.
I went initially through the single class invite, and then I went to the like full group invite, and that's what worked for me.
Maybe that's where the problem lies.
Yeah, I was going to say I had trouble in the email confirmation, but then I went to our WhatsApp group and that's how I got the link.
Okay. Sorry, I hate this. And the location in the confirmation or reminder email. But I'm surprised it doesn't work with just the room number. I don't get that.
Well, the one I clicked on had the like password embedded in
Yeah.
it, which I thought would work, but I don't know. It said it wasn't valid.
All right.
I got in.
Okay, I'm glad you got it. I'm still waiting for one more, but not to make you guys wait, but that's why I keep looking down at my phone. Okay, what, yes? Well, you have some.
No, am I in the right place? These are all wonderful new faces, but.
Oh, actually, yeah, I think beginner, but you'll be fine in this class, but this is the late beginner, so we're going to be doing every note on the fingerboard, but you'll be okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, actually, that's true. A lot of you don't really know each other, so I would love to introduce y'all, as we say in the South. So, unmute thyselves, and yeah, really, you guys don't know each other at all, barely. So, I want to go around, and I want you to say your name, even though it's displayed. It's a human thing. And I want you to say what you hope to get out of these classes, or just in learning violin, like what you're wanting to learn or get better at. Okay, I'm gonna start on my top left, so starting with Michael.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, you're always there. I don't know.
Michael Anthony. What are we answering? Say it again.
What you hope to learn in general, like what kind of, not necessarily your goal, like what's your next target to learn in violin?
I guess my obsession, so I guess that's what I want to learn, is just feeling like I have the right basic frame and arm and hand, because I feel like I get that really, even though it feels so pedantic and sort of frustrating now, it feels like if I really get that solidified, then everything else will build on top of that. So a lot of it is just that left hand position and feeling like my arm, and I have big hands. I'm a pretty big guy, so I always feel like with Antoinette, like I feel like when you do something, my can't get into those positions. So I guess that's mine, wanting to, and of course always wanting the intonation improve. Yeah.
Okay, great. So the next person I have in my row is Nilang.
My name is Nilong Pargi. I don't have anything specific that I'm trying to learn. I just think violin sounds good.
Cool. Okay, and then I have Akua.
Am I unmuted? Yeah, so this is a supplement to my other lessons, and I think this is good for me because it's very foundational skills that I might otherwise gloss over.
Cool, nice. And the next person I have is Hey.
So my name is Hay, and I want to learn a lot of things on the violin. I want to learn the scales, the how to read the key signals, and I want to learn like the third position, fifth positions, and like yeah, and to stay in tune, play in tune. So yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get to positions near the end of the semester, but sometimes you guys surprise me and we go like really fast, so we'll see. Maybe it'll be sooner than the end. Okay, and next I have Catherine.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I guess I really would like to learn to get much better at sight reading. I feel like I mark up my pages like crazy, and especially now that I don't have access to a printer, it doesn't work as well. So, yes.
Cool. Great. Yeah, you'll definitely get better at that. You should come to both classes, beginner and late beginner. Okay. Oh, we get the puppy.
Sorry.
Melissa. Okay, Melissa's up next.
My name's Melissa. This is my clingy dog, Bo. And I'm hoping to get a really firm foundation so I can play songs with other violin friends and make videos on a cappella, which I am loving, thanks to you, Antoinette.
Awesome. That's really cool. Okay, next we have Gabby.
Hi everyone.
I didn't know you abbreviated your name that way. I'm going to do that from now on.
Oh, okay. So I take privates too, and I've been wanting to take this class for a while, and so now I'm getting to do it.
Cool. What do you hope to? What are your next closest goals in violin?
I guess it's also sight reading and getting more comfortable with that. So I knew that there was a lot of that work, like technical stuff, that I trying to get better at.
Nice. Your mic sounds really good.
Oh, cool.
Okay, next I have Rocio.
Hello, I'm Rocio Kiman, and for this summer, my goal would be to learn a lot of music theory that I don't know much about, and also improve my basic technique for in the violin.
Nice. Okay, and then we have Olivia.
Hi, I'm Olivia. I want to learn, like, if someone's like, hey, play me a B sharp, I'm like, yeah, because I just don't know how to, I don't know where it is. So
Yeah, totally. We're going to learn that probably today. Okay, great. Thank you for all that. And it's cool to know what you guys have in common, too.
I was going to add.
Yeah.
I want to learn to count to 4. I feel like I'm a pretty strong musician. You know, I'm actually, in some ways, I'm lucky because I have a lot of musical, knowledge-wise. But it's just absolutely is useless if the moment I pick up the violin, I can't even count to 4. It's amazing to me how, I can know all kinds of theory and scales and key sign, all of that. But literally counting to 4 becomes like an impossible task. If I have to count to 4 with a metronome, I can count to 4. But if I have to actually do it with a metronome, it's amazing how difficult it can be.
Yeah, well then, that's something you should focus on when you're coming to those beginner lessons, because I feel like the notes are very, very, very easy for you.
Yeah.
So what you should do during that is count every single measure as we're doing it.
Yeah.
Ideally out loud, but then once you have it out loud, then you can do it internally because it's two totally different feelings.
Yeah, I've gone back on those Stradiak exercises. It feels so pedantic, but it actually works. I've gone to doing like 1 eanda, 2 eanda.
Yeah.
And actually, it's really the only way I can actually count those beats. If I somehow think I can do it internally, it never works. And so doing 1 eanda, 2 eanda, actually, actually works.
Yeah, that's true. In fact, let me share my screen with you guys. And so this is how I divided up my screen. Hopefully it works for you. It's better for the recording. And actually, this is the Stradiak. It's got that yellow cover, but a lot of books have that, so don't be fooled. And we're going to start with that. This way we have This way we know how deep we can get into the other stuff. So let me just consult my notes. We said, so on Saturday anyway, we got up to number 4 and we got up to 8th note equals 52. So as a reminder, let me get my little highlighter on.
Oh.
That's okay. I got you. It's better for me to mute it because then I think I have more control over unmuting it when I do that. So just as a reminder, 2 8th notes fit inside, 2 16th notes fit inside 1 8th note. So when it clicks for an 8th note, it's going to click on the A, and then the next one it'll click on is the C sharp, and then the E. So we did A, B, C, D, E, dun, 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 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, for those of you who are new to this paper, don't freak out. It's going to be okay. But I do want you to know that, and the next step we can do is it's definitely going to be slower. This is all on the A string. There's no weird notes. Just know that it's on 1 string, so you are going to use your 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. And what I want you to do is I want you to make sure your pinky's round. Right, I'm trying to get a good angle here and show you that. Why can't I get this? Okay, round pinky. We don't want it locked. Now, how do you get it round? Well, unlock it, and then bring your thumb. So if your thumb is behind your 1, it's probably going to be unlikely to happen. So if your thumb is good and your pinky's round, don't worry about it, but you might want to bring your thumb like between 1 and 2, or maybe even a little higher, and that'll help you to be able to reach. Because if your thumb is back here, sometimes it can stop you from being able to reach. But if you bring it in, meaning like closer to 1 or closer to 2, then you can get this bear claw thing that we talked about where you got straight hand. Sorry, why can't I get this angle? Okay, straight hand, bending over. This is still straight up to this. And then if you spread that, you notice it has this bear claw effect. So I'm not really looking for this, right? I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for just a spread. Try to spread from the base knuckles if possible. It gives you a little extra. Okay, so let's warm up with number 1. 1 E and a, 2 E and a. Ready? Number 1. 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Okay, now I'm going to up the speed, and if you're ready, if you aren't already, you can try slurring 4 to a bow. 4 to a bow, just the same as the groups you see, the beamed groups. If you're not ready for that, it's cool. Keep doing it without a slur. Ready? Number 1 again, and 3 E and 4 E and One quick comment, Catherine, I didn't get to set you up properly, but can you bring the camera away from you so I can see your scroll as well? So I want to see your scroll and your right elbow, both in the frame. Then I can check out your hand, okay? And I think you guys are doing, can you go faster? Is that cool? Faster? Okay. Number 1 last time. 3 E and 4 E and Good, number 2. I recommend, if you're doing good with slurs, I recommend keeping on doing that. It'll help you keep your place because then you know when you've done a set of 4. Number 2, and this time with repeat. So as soon as we're done, go right back to the beginning of 2. Number 2, 3 E and 4 E and repeat. Good. You guys are looking good. Okay, if my assessment is right, let's go on to number 3. I'll go ahead and scroll up so that we know a little easier to follow. Number 3, with repeat right away. 3 E and 4 E and repeat. Good. Okay. Now we'll do a little spot check. Melissa. So unmute yourself and set your metronome to 60. Oops.
Okay, can you hear me?
I sure can. And then, yeah, same thing, so it's for an 8th note.
Okay, can you hear the metronome?
It's kind of quiet.
Okay, I'm just gonna Google one, sorry.
Okay, no problem.
1 second. I'm 60, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
Is that better? Okay.
Number 3.
Okay.
And then you guys are going to play with her. She'll cut you off.
3 E and 4 E and ah.
Good. Okay, good, good. This is why I'm checking, right? I want to see. Like, I've done it a lot of times, so if I don't make an error, it doesn't mean that you guys aren't making one. Okay, let's have... First, I want to know, are there any volunteers? Do it again. Same speed. And second, I will pick someone. Second option. Let's go with Rocio. Rocio, 60 and unmute. Good.
All right. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, this time I'm gonna pick someone we're gonna do number 4. I'm gonna pick someone in advance so they don't freak out when I call on them. I'm gonna pick on Gabby, but not yet. First we'll do it, okay? And then Gabby, you have a metronome handy, yeah? Okay, so when we're done, we're gonna keep it at 60, and then when we're finished practicing it, I'm gonna highlight you, okay? Number 4 though, here we go. And with repeat. 3 E and 4 E and repeat. Cool. Okay, Gabby, you ready for this? So unmute yourself, and then also can you, I want to see your left hand. The camera's a bit too close. So aim for the scroll to be on the left side of the box, and then your right elbow so I can see both. Yeah, that's cool. That works.
It's number 4, right?
Correct. To give some kind of count off, and then go for it.
1 E and 2 E and.
Okay, so you went B A, but it was A B. So you came back in, like you caught it on the second measure, which was good. Okay, so Olivia, how much would you kill me if I picked on you right now?
Probably. We'll
You're
see.
good. Okay, good. Do you have some kind of metronome?
I have a YouTube one.
Okay, that's fine. 60 beats per minute.
Can you hear it?
Yep. Number 4, and count off so they can play with you. I don't care how, just make it obvious that you're coming in.
1 E and a 4 E and a. Oh, I'm realizing I'm making a mistake.
It got silent. I didn't hear you. Start on the second measure. You can just say ready, go, and then go.
Okay, ready, go.
Good. I think I faintly heard it. I think your mic picked up the YouTube metronome a little too well, and it blocked you out.
Oh.
There are some settings. So basically, this applies to Catherine, Gabby, and Olivia. I think that's all. So in the week 1, there's some settings that you'll want to adjust in the Zoom, so that you have to not suppress the background noise mainly, because it suppresses violin. Thanks for background noise.
Oh, maybe if I put it over here.
It's okay. You're good. No, you're good for now. But I'm saying for next time, for like the next class. And if you want a quick tutorial on that, it's just the arrow by the mute button. Go to audio settings. Mainly, you're gonna go to advanced, and then just disable the first 2 background noise things. I mean, there are a couple other ones, but that's the main thing, I think. Okay, cool. So let's go. That was a great job. So we've got through number 4, and we're going to get faster and faster at that, and we're going to keep adding. Okay. So let's move on to the next thing. So last week, the people that were at that class, we did start the chromatic scale stuff, but not everybody was there. So I'm just going to kind of fly through the introductory lesson on that. So basically the chromatic scale is going to show you every single note on the violin. I think Catherine's the only one that's new at this, but Catherine, I think you have some musical history, so I don't think this is like the biggest news to you. Yeah. All right, so just quickly, chromatic means moving in half steps. Half step is the smallest interval between notes. There is no note in between. So you probably all know that when you go sharp, you go higher, and when you go flat, you go lower. So you can use it as a verb also. You could sharp a note. You could say, you're playing C. Can you sharp that? And then that means play C sharp. So play it half a step higher. Same for flat. Okay, so I do need to cover this a little bit. So if you've done this already, consider it just a reminder. But I do need to show a couple people where these notes are. So we're gonna first silently practice. This will be quick, don't worry. We're gonna silently practice the fingers on the G string. Okay, so everyone, we're on 0 for G. And then we're on, the next one is low 1. So that's in between 0 and the first tape. That's low 1. And then it goes to 1, which is on the tape. Catherine, can I see your hand better? Okay, and maybe just angle the camera down if that's easier for you. And then the next thing that happens is, low 2, which means 2 is touching that last one. Okay, so that's low 2, L2, low 2. And then the next thing is high 2, so slide the 2 up to the 2 tape. Then 3, regular 3. And then the dash means to slide your finger to high 3. That should be in between the 3rd and 4th tape. And then finally 4 is on the tape. And then going down, it's 4. Low 4, so that's where high 3 just was, in between 3 and 4. 3, 2, or high 2, and then low 2, and then 1, and then low 1. So then low 1 is in between 0 and 1, and then 0. Okay, so just really quick, we're going to practice the more simplified version because there's not enough room in the head to think of highs and lows, in my opinion. Sorry. Okay, so we're going to do this number thing. So move with me. 0, 1, 1. We're going up, right? 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. And then down 4, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 0. Okay? Good. So I'm not going to do that exercise again. It's just going to have them on top so you can follow that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is like a follow-up to last week. So we're going to go up and we're going to go down. And we're going to do it to a beat because that's the only way to measure and to measurably get faster. So what I'm going to do is I'm setting this at 50, but we're going to rest in between. So we're going to go G, rest, G sharp, okay? Your goal, you have to say the letter. Your goal is to play with the right finger and also to say the correct note name. Okay, number 3. 1, 2, ready, and say it. G, and then place. G sharp, A sharp, A, B. Wait, oh my God, sorry. I got worried that someone was having too hard of a time, so I said the wrong letter. Let's go from the top. Ready, go. G, G sharp. Okay, no metronome. A, oh God, guys, everything's falling apart. Okay. A, ooh. Low 2 for A sharp. B, C, C sharp, high 3, D. check your D. Find out if you're in tune. If not, fix it. Now let's go down. D. D flat. 3 for C. 2 for B. B flat. Hope you're still saying them. A. A flat. G. Good. One more time with the metronome. G. Rest. Ready? Here we go. Ready? Say them. G. G sharp. A. A sharp. B. C. C sharp. D. D again. D flat. C. B. B flat. A. A flat. G. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna pick on someone. That person is Michael. And set your metronome to 48. And you're basically gonna do that. The eighth note is a click. So the G is a click, and then there's a click of rest.
Which, what am I setting on? What setting? On metronome?
48.
48. Let me get that first. And then 46. And then say again, what do you want the, is the
So it's the same thing I just did was you play on one click, and on the next click is a rest.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so everyone's gonna say and play it to him.
Is that fine?
Yep, perfect.
Okay. And am I saying it or just playing it?
Saying and playing.
Okay. 3, 4. G sharp. A. Oh, one more time. Sorry about that.
Okay. That's the tricky spot, A sharp.
Yeah.
You can sing it if you want, if it makes you. I do. I usually wind up singing the pitch. If you do, that's totally fine.
A 4. G sharp.
Say everyone. Everyone say it.
A sharp. B. C sharp. D. D flat. C. B flat. A flat. G.
Good. You actually were really on the beat. There was one little part where you rushed, but then you were back on the beat, and that was good.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So just a little preface here, because a couple people weren't here for this, but on the D string, the finger pattern on the way up is the same. I mean, the sharps are a little different. And then on the way going down, we go 4, 4, as usual. And then we go 3, 3. And that second 3 is kind of a low 3, and that's on the second tape. So everyone who hasn't done this yet, so do it with me. So we're gonna go to the going down part. So it goes 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 0. So basically every finger gets used twice except for one finger. In this case, that's the 2. And it will be the same for A, okay? So, I think it'll make a little more sense when we play it. Like basically you can see that G sharp is 3, 3, and so G flat is also gonna be 3, 3. Usually people just don't go down far enough, so just gotta make sure you get down there. Okay, let's do the D string. We're gonna set it to a beat. Since you're a little more familiar, I'll make it slightly faster. 1, 2, ready, and say it. D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, and down. A flat, G, G flat, F's right next to it, E, E flat, D. Good. So if you're cool on the finger pattern, your next goal is to play it really in tune. Okay. So I'm gonna pick on Hey. So set your metronome to 50, and then you're gonna do like play the note and then rest on the next click. Play, rest.
Okay.
This effectively gets us playing at 25 BPM. Basically.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so
you can say 1, 2, ready, go with each click, and then go. You can say like 1, 2, ready, go, and then play. Even though I know that mine didn't just match your click, but make it match the click.
Okay. 1, 2, ready, go. D.
And
D
rest.
sharp. E.
Slower.
I'm sorry?
A little slower.
Okay, sorry. D. D sharp. E. F. F sharp. G. G sharp. A. A flat. G. G flat. F. E. E flat. D.
Good. I really like how you say it on the beat after that correction. That was good. Okay, now, Catherine, I happen to notice that, and I'm just picking on you because I saw your hand clearly, but this is something that people tend to do sometimes. So this A flat, it has a 4 over it. So what I want you to think of is, if it's the same letter, I generally want you to play it with the same finger. So if you played A with a 4, I want you to play the A flat with a low 4. A flat, so that each finger is being used twice. A flat, G flat. 4, 4, 3, 3. Okay?
Can I ask a quick question? When you're up, do you keep your fingers on the board, or do you just have the finger that you're using on the board?
I would say to generally leave them down. I mean, I wouldn't say to like purposely lift them off, you know, you don't have to. I would lean more towards leaving them on the fingerboard. But obviously when you go, like you had a high 3, so you have to move that out of the way. So like realistically, I'd probably go like this. Like, so all my fingers are down. And then when I go 4, I kind of push both back a half step, which makes my 3 back on the regular 3 spot. And then now, because it's touching the 2, I kind of do the same thing. I wouldn't make a rule of it like you must keep all 4 fingers on at every moment. It's not really that big of a deal. But like I said, leaning towards leaving them on. Okay, cool. So let's do it one more time because I do want to make sure everybody's got the hang of that. When you see an A note head, I want you to think A, and I would have used a 4 for A, so now I want to use a low 4. This will help you to read music faster and to execute it more quickly. There are some exceptions where like the same thing here, it says G sharp, and since you play G with a 3, your first thought should be, okay, I want to play this with a 3, but it's going to be a high 3. There are exceptions where you do want to use a 4 for something where it makes sense with the other notes that you're playing, like, you know, maybe like you're playing a piece where you have a D, and then you have like a G sharp. so you want to do a low 4. But in general, I think you should have this as your main habit. Okay? So one more time, and then just really make sure you're doing the right finger. So let's do it again. I'll do the metronome. Ready, go. D string. D. Actually, we can make it a little faster. Okay. 1, 2, ready, go. D. D sharp. Sam. E. F. F sharp. G. G sharp. A. A. A flat. G. G flat. F. E. E flat. D. Good. Sorry if that was fast. I don't know if it was. Okay, so now the A string has, lucky for you, it's like a twin. It has the same pattern of sharps and flats, and it has the same finger pattern, so it kind of makes it easier. Let's do 7, everyone. Catherine, you're getting day 2 of this, so if it's moving a little fast, that's why. Trying to kind of find the happy point for everybody. Number 7. Say it. 1, 2, ready, go. A. A sharp. B. C. C sharp. D. D sharp. E. And by the way, check your E. Make sure you're in tune. And now let's go down. Ready, go. E. E flat. D. D flat. C. B. B flat. A. Good. Okay. Catherine, time has come. I feel like I've said your name a lot today, sorry. Grab a metronome. Because you know why? I don't want to give you the hardest string, actually. It's part of it. So grab your metronome and set it to 52 should be pretty good. And same thing, you're going to play for a click and then rest for a click. Say them whenever. I don't care when you say the note. Just make sure you say it.
Can you hear?
Yeah, maybe make the metronome a little lower or back it away a little so it doesn't cut you out.
Okay. You still here?
Yeah. We're good.
1, 2, ready, go. A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, E, E flat, D, C, D, no.
Okay. So, wait, hold on. What you missed was D flat. You just didn't do it.
Okay.
Yeah, so take it from the E.
Okay.
You can just say ready, go on the beats.
Ready, go. E, E flat, D, D flat, C, B, B flat, A.
Pretty good. Okay, so my main critique is that you didn't do D flat with a 3, and I would like you to. I know it feels weird, but I'm going to tell you the reasoning why. Some people have heard this. So when you have a D flat, like you can see here, I've got some scales. So let's find, we have a D flat, right? So when you have a D flat, you also have a B flat, an E flat, and an A flat. And that's only the first time it comes up. Like, what if you're in one of these other crazy keys where the flats keep building? So basically, you have all these other flats going. Like the first finger would be busy doing B flat, and then 2 would be C, and then if you put third finger for D flat, then fourth finger can do E flat. So each finger still is assigned that letter. Because think about it, if you did, you'd have to do like B flat, you have to do A flat, B flat, and then if 2 did C and also D flat, that would be really rough on sight reading quickly. So that's why we do a 3 for that, usually. Okay? I know it's hard to get used to. But that pattern of 3-3, like 3 low 3, it applies to the A string, sorry, the D, the A, and the E string. So it's really just everything but the G string. So, you know, it'll feel more familiar as you go. Okay, now for the E string, this one is the hardest. Not super hard, but a little bit harder. Mainly it's this G flat. We have to add in a new finger pattern. It's still the same on the way up, but on the way down, it's on the E string 4, 4, 3, 3, which is the same. But then it's 2, 2, 1, 0. And that's for a similar reason, as I just described. Okay, so let's do the E string. Here we go. Number 9. Say it 3, and ready, go. E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, B again, B flat, make sure that's low enough, A, go real low for A flat, good, G, G flat, F, E. Let's do it again. Ready, go. E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. By the way, I want you to check your open. It's an octave difference, but it's both A. Okay, now let's go to A sharp, right, and onward. And A sharp, B, B, B flat, A. And here, I want you to actually check again, A. Okay, now let's do, sorry, we're gonna go from A, so do A again and down. Ready, go. A flat, G, G flat, F, E. Good. I wanted you to check both times because you know, I've done this enough times that I know when people are usually out of tune on what notes. So, I'm trying to give you a reference point. Let's do it faster. E, F. Here. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Sam, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, B, B flat, A flat, G, G flat, F, E. Good. I'm going to say 2 things, just in case you forgot or you never knew. This G flat is the same as F sharp. It's on the first tape. That 2 is on the first tape. The other thing I was going to say, I have forgotten. Maybe it will come back to me. Okay. I don't know what it was. Sorry. Now I'm going to pick on someone. That person is Melissa. Okay, Melissa, set your metronome to, actually unmute yourself, and then let's do 63.
Okay.
Also, you're really dark, like, because you're backlit.
Yeah, sorry. I had turned a lamp on, but I think that did not do a good job.
I mean, I guess it's fine. We can hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll find a better spot for next week.
Yeah, I understand. I've been working with lighting every time.
Okay, let me just turn the metronome on.
Yep, on 63.
Okay. Okay. 1, 2, ready, go. E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, B, B flat, A flat, G, G flat, F, E.
Good. I'm smiling because I think it's because you're doing this really long bow, which is fine. But then you're like rushing to say the letter. So, but it's good. You did it. You did it. Okay. Cool. So, apparently I still haven't gotten rid of that typo, but I would like to know. I want to see if I can gauge if you guys are ready for number 11 yet. Let me see. How can I figure that out? Well, you know what? It doesn't matter because I want to go into the next thing anyway. So we are going to cut off at number 10, number 9. And I want you, oops. So basically you're going to keep repeating that. And then if you want to do the next one at home, that's perfectly fine. But next time we're going to do this where we go up the scale. And again, you can add a challenge at this point. It's not required. You can say the note name. But this time you're just going to practice reading it and executing it. Okay? So we'll start slowly, obviously, and then we'll build it up. So it takes a little time. Okay, moving on. All right, so I'm at the beginning of this. You should have this attachment. We are going to do the C major scale first. The reason why we do it first is related to the circle of fifths, which I think I had as an attachment in week 1, but it's not that important. But there is a reason why I'm starting with 0 sharps and 0 flats. It's like our baseline. It's our home base. And one thing there is one thing I wanted to say earlier, which was when you guys are playing a note that doesn't have a sharp symbol or a flat symbol on it, or in the key signature. So like this has no sharps and no flats in the key signature. You can rest assured that that note is a natural. So like this says G, there's not a sharp in sight, because the sharp or the flat is in music, when it's written in music notation, the sharp or the flat is always to the left of the note, right? So that's G sharp, that's D flat, right? If it's not one there and there's nothing in the key signature, it is natural. That means it is the white key on the piano. So they're like synonymous when we get the piano out here. So when I play the white notes, it's really easy for a pianist to do that because you can clearly see that you're not hitting a black key. As soon as I hit a black key, like C, C sharp, C, C sharp, I know it's sharp. I'm hitting a black key, right? Not quite as obvious on the violin. So now that you know what every note is called, we're going to really hone in on the natural notes. The pattern is something you're going to have to memorize, and it's really worth it because what's going to happen is we're going to keep adding sharps one by one, and then after we're cool with that, we're going to add flats one by one. So you want to know where all the naturals are for real. Basically, like consider that like after all the amount of work you've done in violin, like this is where the pianist starts. They're like, oh, see, I'll just hit all the white keys. Okay, easy, done. Okay, so let's go through this. I'm going to go through it pretty slow because I haven't talked about this really with anyone or with many people here. And here we go. Okay, so C, we know is third finger on G. So everyone plays C. Okay, then we got open D. Then we have E. Okay, and then in this sheet music, you can see this pointy symbol. And that means half step, so it means fingers touch, so it means low 2. F natural. Okay, let's cover that again. So C from the top. C, D, E, F, otherwise known as F natural, and then whole step to G, third finger on D, and then A, and then B, and then half step C. Now it's true, I did write a low 2, but I have another version where there's no fingers, so I want you to be good for that. Okay, so let's do the first octave, the first 8 notes of C major again. Ready, go. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Good. Now we're gonna go from C and do the next octave. I have it in groups of 8 for a reason. So C, here we go. Next octave, C, D, can be open E, and then F natural is low 1, and then whole step to G, which is low 2. Make sure you match that, and then whole step again to A, and then another whole step to B, and then something called extended 4, which is a half a step beyond the 4th tape, C. Okay, so let's go up again. So it's third measure, right? So starting in the C, 2 on A. So again, C, D, E, F, G, which is low 2, guys. A, which is 3. This is called open finger pattern, by the way. Nothing's touching. B, 4. Extended 4, C. Now let's go down. C, B, A, G, which is still low 2. F, which is low 1. E, D, third finger. C, which is natural, which is low 2. Let's go down even more. So we're going backwards, right? So down again, C, B, A, G, F natural, because there's no sharps, low 2, E, D, C. Good. There's no need to memorize this. You got definitely, I want you to look at the sheet music so that you know what it looks like later. So let's do it again. C major. This time, I'm going to do a down up for every note. What this does is it helps you think about the bow less and concentrate on the intonation more. So I'm going to go. Okay. 1, 2, and full octave, 2 octaves. 1, 2, ready, go. C, D, E, F, low 2, G, A, B, C. Now C again. D, E, F, which is low 1, G, low 2, A, B, C, and then C again, B, A, which is 3, G, low 2, F, E, B, C. congratulations, you now played all the natural notes here in the C major scale. So we're going to do a lot more with that. Next time, I don't expect you to feel like, oh my God, I know all the natural notes now. I'll never get it wrong. I have a way for you to get there, and we just haven't done it yet. We've only done the first step forward into that. So have no fear. You will feel very comfortable with these notes. Oh, I didn't unmute you. I like doing that. Please unmute my people. Okay, great. Okay, good. So no one's unmuted. I hate that so much. Why? Okay. So cool. Tell me how you guys did. How did you enjoy that? Okay, good. Any feedback or questions or other comments?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say it was helpful when you said it's the same finger with the same letter. I was like, light bulb moment.
Yeah, cool.
I still hold that that's only valid on the way down.
Don't mess with it. I think it's, I know. I purposely say some things like that sometimes to have a stable datum, and then later be like, you remember how I said that? Well, there's this little exception here and there, right? So, but I think that as like a basic understanding of it, I think it's really nice to think about, because I think of that way. I think of it that way all the time. It's kind of like, in the English language, when you have saying like through, thorough, and through, tough, and though, it's like we weren't taught these exceptions, but you're just like, oh yeah, well that one's different, And like, so when I see like D sharp, like I don't think of it that way. I don't know. So, but you're totally right. You're both right, actually. All right, cool. Anything else?
I have one question.
Yeah.
So on the E string, when you use your first finger, so for F, I usually feel like that too, my finger is like this.
Yeah, so I find that when I'm on the F, like my violin is no longer, let me get a good angle here. It's no longer, wait. Especially if let me get a good angle. There we go. Okay. So there's actually a little bit of space in between my knuckle, this base knuckle, and the index finger. And the neck. If I were to leave it, and if I were to leave this, I don't know how to get this right. If I were to leave the base knuckle down and squish it, it does get really weird. So keep the tip touching and release this knuckle. So you're gonna go like 0, 1. Let's say you put 2 down, it's a little more obvious. Lift the hand, create space there. Which, by the way, is how you do vibrato. You have to have that space anyway. So basically, sorry, Michael. So basically, you can get used to that. So even though you want to rest your violin on that knuckle, there are times when you're going to push away. Just creating that space. How am I doing that? I don't even know. Like, I guess I don't know, I'm just pushing with my hand away. And then later when you go for vibrato, you're going to want to do that anyway. And then the balance kind of transfers onto the thumb, which is slightly more under the neck at that point. Like you can almost feel it rolling ever so slightly instead of like on the side. It's going to come under a little bit. Is that helpful? Okay, that's good. Yeah, because that could be really cramped. But and it's the same thing where like you have to learn the rule and then you learn the exception. So you're taught rest the violin there. Okay, now that you know how to do that. Because if you never learned that in the first place, you'd be very tense. So you have to be able to do both. Cool. Anything else? Okie dokie. Well, I'm not going to do the show and tell this time because I have another student. Actually, I have a little kid scheduled. He lives 2 hours earlier somewhere. Guatemala or something. Yeah. Well, because he used to come. Actually, he was in an email a long time ago. He's so adorable. He dressed up in his school uniform for our lesson last week. And when he was in New York City, because I guess we were visiting or something, when he was in New York City, he broke out his violin and he started playing in a public park because he was just so excited to play.
Oh my god.
So yeah, so I get him. So I do have to run, but you guys can hang out if you want. The room is here. So otherwise, I'll check out. If you want to practice to the video, I'll have it up soon, and hopefully the format of the screen is a little bit better for you. And I guess that's it. I'll see you on Saturday if you're coming on Saturday. Otherwise, I'll see you on Tuesday.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.